Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Um, like I said, we are going to start the live here in about 45 seconds to a minute. I'm just going to share it out to a few people here. If you could please share the live, we are going to get rocking and rolling. Let's go. Let's see. All right. All right. Let us see. We are sharing out the live. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Really appreciate you. We're going to share it out to just a few more people. We are almost done. Texas Trucker, we got to have him in here. Sophia, where you at, Sophia? Let's go. All right. Send separately. All right. Looks like we're in. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Vince with Truckers Unite Now. Can you guys all hear me okay? If you could let me know in the chat, please, I'd appreciate it. I am next to a stream here in Incline Village, California, which is Lake Tahoe. It's beautiful Lake Tahoe. I didn't have time to get in front of the lake. Perfect, Grumpy. Thank you. Grumpy, thank you for your service, by the way. We know that you are part of the team. Thank you for sharing out the live, and thank you for being part of the team. So my name is Vince with Truckers Unite Now. Also here with us is Sean from Trucking the USA Today, co-hosting. And we are freelance journalists. We are American commercial trucking advocates that are here to serve you, the people. We are currently live on TikTok, Facebook, X, and YouTube. So thanks for being here. We do weekly lives Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Fridays, 5 p.m. now Pacific Standard Time. We rolled it back an hour for all you fine people. I'm not going to be bringing anybody up just yet. Maybe in about 5 minutes, Mike, I'll start bringing people up. Thank you so much for being here. I see you reposting and tapping that screen. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys here. So we have a new intro, and then we're going to get into business, okay? Again, we are in Lake Tahoe today. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see the stream. Here we go. This stream right here, I'm going to take after Sean on this one. This stream right here is the snow melt from Truckee that is going into Lake Tahoe, where there are boats that truck drivers bought. Right? Hey, sports, thank you for the heart. Me, welcome to the team, brother. Um, there's roads here on Lake Tahoe. Who paved those roads? Truck drivers brought the asphalt. Right? There is so much. Our entire lives are revolved around trucking. So a lot of what we're saying is extremely important. We ask you, the individual, to trust but verify. Find your facts over feelings. When people are real emotional about stuff, let's talk about facts, not feelings, right? And let's trust but verify. Let's be critical thinkers. That's what we're trying to build here is critical thinkers. Samantha, thank you so much. Welcome in, Samantha. Sports, how's it going, brother? All right, so good evening, everyone, and welcome to Truckers Unite Now, co-hosted with Trucking the USA Today on Facebook, also known as Sean. He's down in the queue there. Oh, let's get you a gift, Sean. Let's give you a gift. Oopsie. There we go. Before we get started, we'd like to take a moment and talk about the kind of community we are building here. This is a place built on respect, dignity, accountability, and that every person deserves an opportunity to be heard. That's why we give people up to 3 minutes to speak. We believe conversations matter, and we believe people matter because they do matter, right? We're not here to create an echo chamber. Different perspectives are welcome. Honest disagreements are welcome. Tough conversations are welcome. In fact, some of the most important conversations happen when people see things differently, right? What we ask is simple. Respect the dignity of others when you come up on the panel. We do not exclude people because they have different opinions. We do not expect everyone to agree. What we do expect is that everybody participates in a way that respects humanity and dignity of the people around them. One of our core principles is to protect human dignity. That means every person is welcome here. You're safe here. You will not be torn down here. But none is to diminish, degrade, intimidate, or to harm others. We won't allow that here. We together are building a culture that's important, that really matters, right? If someone becomes entitled, disruptive, abusive, or behaves in a way that damages the environment that we're all creating here, the moderators will mute or block or place them on a timeout, not as a punishment, but as a way to protect the conversation to the people participating in this live. Our belief is that strong communities do not require constant enforcement. They require clear standards and people willing to uphold those standards. When the culture is healthy, most people align with that culture. Those who do not usually decide for themselves that it is the environment. It's not the environment that they're looking for, right? If they want drama, rumors, war of rumors, right? They're going to go somewhere else because they're not going to find that here with all of us decent people. We are not here to tear each other down. We are here to strengthen one another. We are here to listen, to learn, to challenge, challenge ideas respectfully, and to elevate the quality of conversations throughout the trucking industry in America. Whether you're a driver, a spouse, an owner operator, a dispatcher, a broker, a shipper, a mechanic, or a truck stop cashier, or simply someone who cares about the future of trucking, we're glad that you're here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your voice. And thank you for helping us build the kind of amazing community that our industry deserves. Now, who's got something worth talking about? So, again, on this live, let's keep it mature. Let's keep it respectful. So what we are building right now is a top wild child. Thank you, in. Welcome to the team, brother. There's our very important and awesome person. So Wild Child he has finished his letters. What we're doing here, those that are joining us now, we are building. We need one person in each state. So we need one person in all 50 states to mail 5 letters. 5 letters going to, hang on one second. Those letters, one is going to the EPA, one is going to OSHA, one is going to your DOT at the state level, one is going to the Department of Management, and one is going to the federal insurance office. I finished my letters last night. Wild Child was the first one. Sean, Samantha, and some other people. We have 7 states covered. Today, most of those are going to be done and in the mail. We believe that it is going to stop, or at least by the bare minimum, slow down autonomous, because in our opinion, autonomous will destroy America. That's our opinion. You can do your own research and see what you think about it. But autonomous is not good for anybody. If autonomous takes over the 2 million Americans that work hard as truck drivers and love this country and support their families, support their communities, what are they going to do? There's not 2 million jobs out there hanging around that we can do. That some of us will find other jobs, yes, but do they pay as much? Do they support our families? The life that we've already built for ourselves? It's not healthy and it's not good. So we'll read one of those letters. Sean, which letter do you want me to read? I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess I can read, you want me to read the division or EPA?
I'll do the OSHA one
OSHA?
if you want. It don't matter. Any of them. They're all directed to each state. So, like when we do the letters, it talks about the interstates that's in your state. So we're wanting to be able to. We don't want to blanket, as they say, blanket send out letters. What we want to do is adapt it to your state, your concerns. We use the like the weather conditions in that area. So Florida wouldn't have snow down there, right? But northern states would. So we're putting the time and the effort in. All you have to do is just do the old print, sign it, make it with your signature on there, so that makes where it looks professional. So guys, we're a team here. We're all one and trying to get this to get our industry fixed, because no one's going to fix it for us, right? We got to do it ourselves, and it's time to, instead of talking about it, let's put we got the plan together as all of us. We've listened. We've heard people say, hey, these are the 3 things we want to fix in our industry. So with y'all's guys' help, we can do it together. So and like I said, we listen. We're going to take what everybody says, and we're going to fix the industry together. I mean, that's what it's about, is all of us uniting I get on TikTok lives throughout the night. I talk to other truck drivers, and that's what they said. But the biggest thing in the industry, we need to unite. And they're willing. I spoke to 200 probably truck drivers last night. TikTok
Wow.
just passing through lives and getting the message spread. So, guys, we're building a culture here, and I hope everybody gets in with the culture. We got to bring brotherhood back, the sisterhood now in the trucking industry, and move forward. And let's fix it together.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Sean. Okay, we're going to read a letter and then we're going to start getting people in here. So 2 minutes, and Cool Harvey and Mike will join you in. So um, this is my letter to OSHA that I wrote for the state of Nevada, because my home state is the state of Nevada. So the subject: concerns regarding autonomous commercial vehicles and worker safety. Dear OSHA officials, which is the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA. I am writing to express my concerns regarding the growing development of autonomous commercial vehicles technology and the potential workplace safety risk these systems may create for transportation workers, emergency responders, mechanics, roadside crews, warehouse personnel, and others who interact with commercial vehicles on a daily basis. As autonomous trucker technology continues advancing throughout the transportation industry, many discussions have focused on innovation and efficiency. However, there appears to be far less public discussion regarding worker safety protections, emergency procedures, training requirements, and accountability when employees are required to interact with autonomous commercial systems during breakdowns, crashes, loading operations, or roadside emergencies. And don't forget about hacking, right? What if these autonomous trucks get hacked by domestic, you know what, or international, you know what? I mean, it's a national security risk, right? Uh, our concerns are centered on the safety of workers who may be placed into unpredictable situations involving autonomous commercial vehicles operating with limited or no active human oversight. I am particularly concerned about scenarios involving one, mechanics attempting to diagnose or repair autonomous commercial vehicles with advanced autonomous systems. Two, tow truck operations and roadside recovery personnel responding to disabled autonomous trucks, which will happen, right? Trucks break down, everything breaks down. Three, first responders interacting with autonomous vehicles following crashes or hazardous materials incidents, right? Could you imagine a hazardous inhalation hazard placarded load being hacked by a domestic or international, you know what? And the outcome of that, like in a small town or even a metropolitan city, whoa, holy smokes. Four, warehouse and loading docks exposed to autonomous vehicles, movement or software malfunctions. Five, highway construction and maintenance workers operating near autonomous freight traffic. Six, situations where no trained human driver is available to safely disabled or explain vehicle operations during emergencies, right? Hazmat alone, we have to have the BOL within hands distance, right? Normally in the left pouch, door handle or door compartment, or within arm's reach, right? We're supposed to have that. So if we get knocked unconscious during an accident, first responders can safely call a hazmat crew, evacuate the city within a 3 mile radius or whatever the hazmat placard it is. So that's a serious safety risk. Commercial vehicles environments are designed and highly unpredictable, including autonomous systems into workplaces without standardized procedures and training that could create additional hazards for workers who are expected to respond quickly at high risk situations. I respectfully request the following as regarding: one, has OSHA conducted workplace safety studies regarding autonomous commercial vehicle operations? Two, are the current federal standards governing workers interacting with autonomous commercial vehicles? Three, has OSHA developed or recommended specialized training for mechanics, tow operators, first responders, or warehouse personnel dealing with autonomous systems. We're almost done, you guys. Thank you for sticking with us. Four, what protections exist for workers that may be exposed to risks associated with software regarding to workplace safety standards and emergency procedures? Technology should never advance faster than the workplace environment or the worker protections. Before autonomous commercials become widely integrated into freight operations, there should be clear national standards addressing employee safety, emergency response procedures, accountability, and training requirements. The transportation industry depends on drivers, mechanics, responders, dock workers, and countless other professionals who deserve assurances that their safety is being properly considered and these technologies as they continue to develop. Would you all agree with that? Thank you for your time and your consideration. I appreciate OSHA's continued commitment to workplace safety, and we look forward to your response regarding these important concerns. Sincerely, Vince Facio, which is my name. So we'll open up the floor now. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the shares, the likes, the comments. That helps us get into the FYP. Look at, we're already at 1.2 thousand. Thank you guys. Really appreciate you. Cool Harvey, welcome in, brother. How you doing? How you doing? Let's get you a gift. Hey, how's it going, brother?
It's going great. So let me see if I understand this right. You're talking about the letters that we're sending out to the state, what's the word I'm looking for? State
Uh,
departments.
Different state departments that we feel are extremely important to do research on these autonomous vehicles for safety reasons before they just implement them, before they let the global elites and the corporate giants make more billions of dollars. Let's make sure people are safe, people are protected first. So that's our concern.
Okay. And for the people that are not familiar with what you're doing, can you explain the point of these letters and how do how does someone get involved in sending a letter?
So, okay, great question. So there's five organizations that we are notifying and letting. We don't think that they're aware of these safety problems. So the EPA, OSHA, DOT at the state level of your state, each state, Department of Emergency Management, and the federal insurance. These five states, we have made a example letter that people can go off of. Obviously, it's got to be in your own words, but you can use our example letter to write your own name in your own state. And we feel that these five organizations know nothing yet about what autonomous is going to do to the industry, to the people, the safety concerns behind these issues. We don't think that they know yet. Because one thing that the global elites and the corporate giants do is they just make more money, right? They have an acceptable amount of human loss that they are willing to accept. Of course, it's not their family members, right? So they're willing to lose a certain amount of human life to make their billions of dollars, that isn't going to be made by the middle class. And so they're just implementing it without asking. They'll pay the fines, right? Let's say they make $1 billion a year extra, but they have to pay $100 million fine to OSHA because they didn't follow a safety protocol, right? Well, do you think they care about that $100 million? They just made 900 profit after paying the fine. We do care though because it's our lives on the line. It's our risk on the line. It's our families on the line. Actually, it's their family too. Now that I think about it, it's their family going. They drive the highways the same we do. So it's corporate greed doing what it does best, doing what humans do best. And so this is our opinion that this will work. We want to get these five organizations activated so that they know what's going on and they can do their own professional research to see if autonomous is following the same guidelines that we do to get the freight safely across the nation. That's all we want is for people to be safe and for people to have jobs.
And they can reach out to me Vince, Sam, we the truckers. Um, there's several people. If somebody reaches out to you, reach out to us. You know what I mean? So cool, Harvey. If you got a friend or whatever that wants to do a state, I'll send you the email. You can send it to them. We're using some organizations that want to help build it. So we'll do we'll do the grunt work, as I call it. And so I'm trying to, like I said, we're trying to do it each state, at state level, asking all these organizations, hey, are you aware of it? And we want to open up their eyes. So that way, uh, we're using the chain of command, as you would say. We're doing going the legislating route. So we start at the bottom, we work our way up to the top. These are the bottom organizations that we first have to have that conversation with, right? We got to say, hey, are you guys aware of it? What are you guys doing? What's your plan? We want to know, as truck drivers. We want to know that we are the superheroes of the highway, as we call ourselves, which is what we're supposed to be. And we should be looking at the safety for everyone. And it's said that a truck driver has to step up to the plate and ask these organizations, but it's great because our voices need to be heard. And as we're doing it, we're going to unite together and fix other parts of the industry. So it's going to be a great ride. I'm glad everybody that's on the team so far that's putting in the man hours and doing the work for our industry, right? Let's protect our industry for the next 100 years, for the next generation that's coming in. I was always told, leave what you got better than what it was when you got there. Just like Vince right now, he's in the wilderness, right? So he doesn't want to leave trash there. Hey, he'll pick it up, and if he sees some trash, he'll pick it up, throw it in the garbage. That's the way we were taught, and that's the way we're supposed to treat our national parks and our state parks. And we should be taking that same implement and putting it into trucking, right? We got it the way we got it. Let's build it better. Let's make it better for the next generation.
Couldn't have said it.
Okay, and one more quick thing for the people that are not on TikTok. How would they get a hold of you or Vince? How would they get a hold of you on TikTok?
Go ahead, Sean.
We the truckers is a good point, a good spot they can look at. We're also on Pastime for Change. We're on X, we're on YouTube. We're pretty much, if there's a social media platform, I can promise you we pretty much are on there. If they can get a hold of us that way, like I said, if a friend can send us an email, we can send that email back to it. All we need is an email. We'll send it to you. All you gotta do is print, sign, and send. Is like I said. And then if you see anything you want to add in there, feel free to change it up and put your touch to it. But for the most part, it's we're trying to make it easy as possible for the drivers. We're all busy, right? We're all dedicating driving and trying to feed our family. So we want to try to make it simplified as possible. So it's not a big burden. It's just a simple throw a stamp on it, throw the address on it, and send it out. So, but yeah, there's always ways to find us. I think Sam will even give her phone number out on TikTok here. So even if you want to give them a call, just send us over to us. We'll do the email.
That's right. Cool, Harv. Great questions. Thanks for coming in, brother. And we're gonna get to some other drivers. We got a big list all of a sudden. All right, brother. That's right. Thanks for coming up, brother. You're great. If you guys are not following Cole Harvey, go give him a follow. He's a great guy. Loves trucking. We love Harvey. Mike, welcome in, brother. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Yeah, WeTheTruckers.com. You can go to that website and you can pull up all the social media accounts for Vince. Me and my wife that run it have all of ours listed on there that we're on. And it'll take you right to their social media account if you want their LinkedIn, their Facebook, their YouTube. They're all on there.
Love it. Absolutely right. You're breaking up, Mike. Brother, you're breaking up. All right, Mike, I don't know if you can hear us, but come back. Mike. All right. Samantha, welcome in. How are you? Thanks for coming.
I'm doing great, Vince. How are you?
I'm great. I'm enjoying this fresh air.
Beautiful where you are. I am jealous.
Yes, yes. It's beautiful up here, Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, that you, you know, you're very clear about why we're doing this, and it's important that people understand. But also, it's easy with what we see today. Every time you turn on the news, some kind of other nonsense is going on, and it's easy to start thinking none of these people care. None of them care. It doesn't matter what we send; they don't care. And you know what? You might be right. I don't know. But here's what I do know. If we send letters, if we follow the process, if we document, if we track everything, then we're able to show a body of evidence that people that are supposed to be doing this job aren't doing the job. So whether you think they care or not, your involvement in this means worlds. Because if all we're doing is documenting that people aren't doing their job, now we get to make a change. Because at the end of the day, we got to like my dog. He's all upset about it. But we got a lot of problems here. We got a lot of things that don't go the way that they're supposed to. But this is still government by the people, for the people, of the people. We have a system in place that allows us to take back control if we choose to. It's just a matter of making the choice.
That's right. That's right. Sorry, I'm writing a response here. Thank you, Sam. You're absolutely right. Um, so everybody, if you want to reach out, we have let's see, we have 7 states covered. We have Nevada covered, Arizona, South Dakota, Kentucky. We have Illinois covered, Maryland, Utah, Arkansas, North Carolina, Washington, and Florida. Okay, that's more than 7. That's like 9. So we still have a lot of states. We still have a lot of states we need covered, and there are multiple people in these states, not for Nevada yet, but like Arizona and Illinois, we have multiple people. So we still need help. This is something we can do together. This is the voice that we've been trying to create for decades. A lot of different trucking organizations, not organizations, a lot of different trucking groups and people on lives that we've been trying to get a voice similar to CNN and Fox for decades because we need it. The drivers need it. The small carriers need it. Not the ATA, not the American Trucking Association. The people that A, are not even passionate about the trucking industry, and B, they've never set foot in a truck. They've never had the struggles of being a small carrier. They don't get it, but they sure do like making all the rules and regulations and putting that boot on our neck, don't they? Those days are over. We are uniting slowly. The proof is in the pudding. Go look at Wild Child's video of doing a letter. You can go look at my video for doing a letter. We got a lot of other people that are getting ready to post videos today. So this is something you can do. This is some power that you can take back for your life and your family's life. Wild Child, thank you, sir. I respect you sending out your letters. This is proof that truck drivers are uniting. So when people say you can't get 2 truck drivers to agree about a free cup of coffee, I call bullshit. I see it right here. I've been seeing it for a year. It's just a lot of people focus on when truck drivers don't unite. But the truth is, truck drivers are uniting at a very fast pace. If you see me looking over this way, I'm not being disrespectful for those of you just coming in. I'm looking at YouTube, Facebook, and X because we're on multiple streams going live right now because this matters. Autonomous, in our opinion, is dangerous. It's going to be a safety concern, a hacking concern, and a job problem concern, right? An employment problem. So, Samantha, thank you so much for coming in. We love you. Thank you for all your hard work. And we salute you, Sam. Come back around if you like. Or you can hang out for a minute if you want. Grumpy, welcome in, brother. How are you?
Well, good afternoon from Oklahoma.
Well, welcome in, Oklahoma.
Our wonderful state is falling off the turnip wagon and decided to join with Texas over the issue with letting autonomous up in here. I am not keen on it. I am not happy about it. However, one of the reasons I know they did it is because we have one that is a huge terminal that was purchased by the carrier that's going to be using these. And it's right off the Turnpike, so it's easy access. Therefore, that's one of the reasons why they're like, oh, cash grab. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Money. So
Money, money, money.
I'm trying that. However, I don't have a way to print out any documents or anything because I you know, my printer pooped out on me years ago. But I've done part of what I can do for you, my friend. I've taken I clicked your video, I shared it to you so you can get of the one that you did on here, you
Okay.
shared with me, and then I reposted it in my FB group, which is the Grumpy Old Truckers, which has 134,000 members.
Wow.
If that helps. If I can get people's attention in there, which is a lot of elder truckers in there that do not like us.
Yes.
But quite a bit they see that. Plus, I've got your live feed feeding us directly to my group right now too from YouTube.
Oh man, I am honored. Thank you. Thank you. That's that in and of
You know, you and Sean both, you're welcome to go and join up with that group and be a shining star in there. Post anything you like. I will automatically set up where you'll automatically allow both you two to automatically post anything you put in there. I do have others I trust and do that too. So I just don't want to take too much of your time. I just want to come in, brother, and share that with you and let you all know and keep the shiny side up and the river side down. Keep them rolling. My uncle's where I came back.
And Grumpy, before you jump off, yeah, if you post that onto your page, right? The way to help, if somebody sends you a direct message, send them my email. I'll send it to you.
What I've done is I posted the video to the group, and then down in the description, I posted Vince's links to both his page on here, his page for the Facebook, and then the one for YouTube as well. So they got links there they can go to, or should be able to go to.
Perfect. You're the best, Grumpy. That's thanks for doing your part to help change our industry and get the safety awareness.
Guys, I appreciate you all doing what you're doing. Just same as with Boss, man, like we had the other night. You know, I mean, I'd love for him to be here, but obviously he's not able to join. But I enjoyed the other night. We had what was it? We ran an 8-hour live.
wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
I'll do it again, you know, if I have to do it. So anyhow, I'm out of here.
It's a good debates. It was a good conversation and good debates. I mean, it was it's a beautiful live when you look at it. When everybody can actually have that conversation and not get angry about a situation.
And that's one thing I don't tolerate.
Yes, sir.
So,
The culture.
all right.
Thank you, Grumpy.
So hang out in the comments and finish watching your show.
All right, brother. Thank you for coming in. Take care. Take care. If you guys are not following Grumpy Giggles, go follow him. Great patriot, great American that loves this industry. He loves his people and he's trying, right? So he doesn't want to send out the 5 letters, but he is sharing it with everybody. He's commenting, he's liking. He's part of the community. Everybody's gifts are different, right? Everybody has a different way they want to do things or a different energy that they want to give. And that's great. It's called freedom. It's called not controlling people. It's called, we're not going to force anybody's hand to do something, right? You are a free person in America that is allowed to give your energy of what you're willing to give. And we appreciate all of it. To us, if you're tapping that screen, that is just as important at making our voice big as going to Washington D.C. in person and talking to a congressman or a senator, or locally talking to one of your representatives. It's all important. So please get involved somewhere. Go follow Grumpy if you're not following him already. You'll love his videos. I promise you. If you love trucking, you'll love his videos. Mike, welcome in, brother. We got better reception now.
I think I do now. You know, there's two things. United we stand, divided we fall, and strength is in the numbers.
Love it.
You know, and it doesn't matter if you're an advocate, a broker, a forklift driver, a mechanic, just a regular truck driver. No matter where you came from, who you are, all this negativity needs to stop. You know, we got people on here that come into lives and they listen, and they get on a live after later on in the day, and then they want to talk a bunch of negativity and put people down. That is what is keeping us divided, all this negativity. Okay? The only way we're going to get united is to stop all that nonsense. And
That's right.
you can't say, if you don't have nice things to say about somebody, then you got two choices. Either quit following them and seeing what they're doing, or just plain and simple, keep your mouth shut.
That's right.
You
You're
know,
absolutely
me
right.
and the wife run, me and the wife run a web page, WeTheTruckers.com. There are advocates on there that I don't agree with everything that they do 100%, but we don't go talking crap about them. None of our advocates talk crap about that are on our page, talk trash about the other advocates and these other so-called advocates and drivers and mechanics and dock workers, whoever they are, that are out there talking this trash. Nobody talks trash about them.
That's right. That's right.
It's all got to stop.
That's right. And you know what, Mike?
You know,
The more we hold people accountable, right? The more we hold drivers accountable, everybody in this industry, the more we hold people accountable, the more, like Samantha says, right? The culture that we're building here and in many other places. As we build this culture of accountability and respect, manners, integrity, professionalism, true professionalism, it becomes uncomfortable for those people to talk down on other drivers. It becomes uncomfortable in my opinion, like a lot of people talk down about drivers, like you're saying, but from what I see through my lenses in my brain, I only see like 10% of drivers that are of those things they're talking about. So let's stop talking about that 10%, right? Let's talk about the 90% of the good men and women that we see that are true professional drivers. The people performing safety maneuvers and saving lives every day. The people that do their pre-trips, because there's more. I believe there's more good than bad. I believe there's more professional than non-professional. So you're absolutely right.
and instead of putting up a video of a guy backing into a parking spot and hitting somebody, instead of doing that video, why don't you get your butt out the truck, walk over there and help that individual, help him out. You know, he might just be having a bad day, or he might be a guy that's been turned loose on his own after 3 months of having a CDL. You don't know who that person is. You know, stand out there and watch them. Don't necessarily tell them do this, do that. Watch them before they hit that truck or run into that light pole or something. You know, and
That's right.
if somebody comes into one more thing, and I'll get off here. If somebody comes into a live, whether they want to buy a truck or they want to start their own business as a warehouse facility, a mechanic shop, whatever, you know, don't jump on them and tell them, no, 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 you don't need to do that. And give them all the negative stuff,
Right.
okay?
Right.
Every job has negatives. Every job has good things. You know, yeah, is it a good thing right now to buy a truck? Not really. But is there good points? Yes, there is. You know, so don't be a negative Nancy and fill this guy's head full of negative stuff. You got to tell him the good stuff. You
That's
know,
right.
and it's not just truck drivers that are in these lives. It's there's lots of other people doing other things, other jobs that watch these. And as long as we keep talking trash about each other, the general public is still going to portray us as a bunch of unorganized, ignorant truck drivers
That's
that are
right.
uneducated.
That's right. So let's start focusing on the good people, right, Mike? Let's start focusing on
Right?
the good things people do.
United we stand, divided we fall. And if you can't unite with us, well, I feel sorry for you. You know,
You know,
I
Mike,
feel sorry for
I
you.
think they will eventually. Again, as each person individually looks in the mirror, like I had to, even a couple months ago, I learn every day, right? Every day, Wild Child called me out on something a week ago. And you know what? It stung. It didn't feel good. But I listened to what he was telling me. I considered he was right. I looked at all the different avenues around what he was saying, and he turned out to be right. So I grew from that. I changed from that for the better because he held me accountable. And it wasn't fun. It was not fun at all. But I'm thankful to him and I respect people, drivers, people that are passionate about the industry. If they call people out for what they're doing, hold them accountable. That's the only way to change our country. That's the only way to get back what's been taken from us, the division. You know what I mean? Is to just be positive. So, Mike, thanks for coming in. Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, Mike. Don't leave. I'm not. You know what the difference is you took that criticism and listened to it. Too many people criticize other people. That when you criticize them, they want to jump down your throat like they ain't done nothing wrong.
Right.
It's not criticism to downgrade you. It's criticism to make you, to make you realize that there's another side to this. It's not always one sided.
Constructive criticism.
How to get along. I mean, you don't have to agree with that person 100%, but we all need to get along and do things to get this shit. It's the only way it's going to change.
That's right. That one guy, did you have something to tell him before we go? We got a lot of drivers trying to come up. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, I agree with everything you said. But one little side note to it. What's that? When you got a gentleman coming up wanting to buy a truck, you kind of have to tell them the bad with the good. Otherwise, they're going to do it and fail because they think it's all peaches and cream. Oh yeah, I know. That's what I said. You got to tell them the good stuff along with the bad stuff. It can't be all negative stuff.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, you need to tell them that negative, and you need to emphasize that negative more than the good. Otherwise, they just look at the good, and that's the problem with everybody is they want to sit there and they want to do something. They only want to hear the good. They don't want to hear the bad.
Yeah.
No, they don't. And just because you had a bad experience buying a truck or leasing a truck doesn't mean that it's not going to be right for that person. But I'm with you. They have to see. They have to know the bad and the good. They have to know everything.
And that's going to bring that. And that's going to bring that up. So right. So as truck drivers, right, we should be looking out at one another. So if somebody wants to buy a truck, you use your experience that you did and say, hey, you know what? Don't make the same mistakes I did. So you open that door for mentoring, right? That's the best thing anybody could do is say, hey, you know what? Call me when you have a problem. Maybe I can guide you through it instead of trying to take it all on your own. Mental health in this industry is super, super high. And we can fix that if we all just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to give out a leaning hand to this person. And I'm going to give you the advice that what I did wrong, don't do what I did. You know what I mean? And they're going to make mistakes, right? Everybody makes mistakes in this industry. I mean, whatever we do, we don't do it the same way. But if you can say, hey, you know what? I tried. I gave it all I got. He did what he had. That's how you make this industry as we culture that we can actually move forward with and give that to the next industry coming in or the next generation coming in. So no, it's amazing that you guys say that. And I tell you what, I give respect for anybody that's doing mentorships. That's a part of not just in trucking, but that's what our forefathers did, right? They didn't just say, hey, we're going to change all these rules and do this. Heck no, they went out there, they educated people, they worked with one another. I mean, you can look back in history, look at Martin Luther King. He didn't just do it all by himself. He mentored everybody else and said, hey, let's make this movement, let's make this change. So that's what we got to do in our industry is look at history, see how they done it, know where we're going, where we came from. So.
Lead by example. Leaders making leaders, right? Hey, Mike, thanks for coming up, brother. We're going to get to some other folks, okay? All right, brother. All right. If you're not following Mike, go give Mike a follow. Remember, this is a community, right? So everybody, please follow each other. Even if you disagree with somebody a little bit, follow them because I promise you, if you watch people over the weeks and over the months, it's going to be up and down, right? You're not going to like what he said. Oh, so forget him or her. But then you're going to like 9 things that they said. So that's how I am anyway. So I stick it out with people. I do my best to just stick it out and watch them as they grow, as they learn, as they develop, whatever, right? That one guy, welcome in, brother. Another great advocate. Go follow this man right here. What's up, man?
That's all I wanted. I just wanted to talk to Mike real quick about that because I didn't catch everything, but I caught most of what he said. But hey, we do. We got to tell him the good on all of it. But sometimes if a gentleman comes up to you and you can tell they're not ready to start their own business, they still need to learn more information. You gotta push that on them. Look, today is not the time to do it. You need to learn this a little bit more. Go to the library, take a class, whatever it be. and then you know, and then you make them safe.
Absolutely. So
People jumping in on it.
yeah, like if you see that a person is not ready yet, business wise, emotionally wise, they just got divorced or something, like now might not be the good time to jump into said position or said company, or your mind not might not be right. You know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely, man. I agree with that. So have you do you want to get in on this? What is your state? That one guy, do you want to get in on this and send
Oh,
these?
yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. I guess I'm listening.
Okay. Awesome. All right, brother. Thanks for coming up, man. Come see us again.
Later.
All right, man. Later. All right, guys. If you're not following that one guy, please go follow him. It takes a lot of courage to come up here and speak and be vulnerable and get things off your chest, good or bad. So this is a safe place for you. If you want to come up, drop down in the chat. Everybody gets at least 3 minutes, and we'd love to hear what you have to say. This is a team effort. This isn't a me effort or Sean effort or spoiled effort. We need each other, believe it or not. Even if we don't like each other, we're all we have on the road. That's a fact. All we have is each other. Spoiled, welcome in, brother. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm doing great in this beautiful nature area.
It looks gorgeous. I
Yes.
just wanted to hop on here real fast and just kind of say, we have started that nonprofit organization, Holland for Hope, which will be 100% for the truck drivers.
Okay.
I just want to announce yesterday we did get our official 501c3 letter from the IRS.
Woo!
So
Nice.
we are on the golden with that. But we are doing a brochure. And I would like to put you guys in there with a little bio about what you guys do underneath it to put in the brochures. We are going to be handing out shower bags. That's going to be one of our big things when we're at truck stops. It'll
Wow.
have everything in it to take a shower. It'll have a gift card for a free shower, plus any information. We're going to do Truckers Against Trafficking. We have some of their stuff we're going to put in the bag. Just as much information as we can cram in this shower bag that we hand out, we can.
Awesome.
So if we can get some stuff from you, that would be amazing. Our website is getting put up right now. We'd like to put, We the Truckers little bio on our website, for all of that stuff you guys have going on. And then another thing that we're doing, and I know Sean had kind of touched on mental health, we are going to be starting an 888 hotline. It will be manned just by truck drivers. It'll be open 20, you can call 24 hours a day. It'll be myself, Ashley, Loco, my husband, Donnie Loman. You can get a hold of anybody 24 hours a day to talk if you want to talk. That'll be one of the biggest things that we're going to start doing is that mental health hotline.
I'm speechless. I literally don't know what to say. I am speechless, and I am proud of you guys. I am proud to say that I know you. Everybody, please go follow Spoiled right now. What is it called again? The Heart Driven?
No, it's Hauling for Hope.
Hauling for Hope, everybody. Hauling for Hope. I personally am going to go donate today, even though I don't have a lot of money because I'm a truck driver. This is something that is important. These things matter, you guys. These things matter, that we're there for each other. Just so you know, Spoiled, my very good friend of mine that I've known for 30 plus years attempted to unalive themselves, a truck driver, over the road truck driver, 3 weeks ago. At the same time, my dad was passing away. I didn't take the text serious because he's been struggling and is doing things, that he shouldn't be doing. But again, we don't judge, right? We listen and we don't judge. And so I thought it was another like bender, right? I didn't think too much of it, but it was real. It was very real, and I should have taken it more serious. So now I can give him this phone number you're talking about because we need
Yes.
that. We need things like that.
We will be setting that up here over the next couple weeks. That is one of our most important things we want to do is that 888 number. We're finding a HIPAA approved one. So when you call, it won't give your name or your phone number. It'll just show up as an unknown number.
Awesome.
Our number will show up just as Holland for Hope. Um, we felt very strongly that's one thing we wanted to do was continue to address the mental health with truck drivers.
Right.
And then Another couple things, we're going to start doing a game night. We're going to start doing a cooking competition where drivers in their truck can come on a live with Donnie Loman.
Wow.
And the winner gets an apron that says, I won the cooking competition. Just all sorts of stuff that we're in the process. We basically had just been waiting for that official letter for us to start putting everything else in place that we needed in place.
Awesome. I'm speechless. Not many people can make me speechless, but I'm speechless right now. Truck drivers need that so badly, where somewhere they can go, someone they can talk to, that A, won't judge them, and B, won't just call the police on them, right? Because that's what judging is. Not all the time do the police help. Sometimes they make it worse. And I'm just going to say it. It's the truth. It's the truth. Sometimes police make it worse. They don't make it better. Sometimes, the police are not mental health experts. They know the law, they enforce the law. That's what they do. So, what a truck driver needs most than anything when they're going through a situation like this is somebody that's not going to judge them, that's going to listen and give them advice on how to get better or how to hang on just one more day, one more minute, if that's what they need. Not, oh, let me send the cops to you and put you in jail for the night. Like, okay, the next morning you get out of jail and you still got the same problems, but now you have all this other stuff you got to deal with, which might set a driver over the top, if you know what I mean.
Well,
So,
the biggest thing, Vincent, that we wanted to do was to make sure that we had all truck drivers manning this line. So, in different types of truck drivers, we have female truck drivers, we have male truck drivers. We even have my husband, who is a veteran. So, if somebody
nice.
calls that's a veteran and they say, I really would like to speak with another veteran truck driver, I can say, oh, okay, well, let me get you my husband.
Right,
Um,
right.
so that's basically what we were trying to do, is to make sure you could get a hold of somebody 24 hours a day. Somebody is going to answer that phone line. If I don't, because we all work crazy hours,
Yes.
and some of us drive nights, some drive days, some are still on bed rest, which is me for another 10 days.
Oh, man. Rough.
But that is something. We wanted a veteran, we wanted females, we just wanted you to be able to talk to anybody you are comfortable talking with.
Right, right. Well, that's awesome. Everybody, whoever's watching right now, please go follow Spoiled if you align with that idea. And what is your gift? What is the strength in you? Everybody has a role. Everybody has a powerful gift, a critical thinking, heart driven. You like how I threw that in? Heart driven gift that they can give back to the trucking industry. Like John F. Kennedy said decades ago. He said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." What he is saying is, instead of thinking selfishly, think selflessly, because that's where good things come from. You will benefit from other people being selfless if you're selfless. But if only a few of us are selfless, it's not going to work. It's not going to work if there's one or two things out there. There's got to be many different things out there for people to align to. So, like for this, drivers calling in, there you go. Here's a great resource, and we'll start calling you out, Spoiled, at the end of each live. We have a list that we're doing of people that we trust, that we know are there to actually help truck drivers and small carriers, and not profit off them, right? Not collect data from them for their own
Yes.
benefit, but to truly benefit the individual and their family, right? Like truly. So,
So watch over the next couple weeks. Like I said, me and Allie, it's going to be me, Allie, and Donnie Lump, and are the ones that have put all this together. We are going to start getting the phone lines, the website. We do have a TikTok. It's called Hauling for Hope. So we do have a TikTok page. We'll be setting up the Facebook page. We're going to have a Discord for drivers who want to come in and talk, with private rooms in there. We'll have just a male only chat room, a female only chat room. So
wow.
we're going to try and cover all of the bases, but that will be coming over like the next, 3 or 4 weeks, when we start getting everything down and in place now.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that. We really appreciate all your hard work, and this is how we unite, right? This is amazing. We really appreciate
Thank
you.
you
Okay.
guys, and I will let you get back to what you're doing, and I will hop on, throughout your lives, and
Awesome.
if you guys need anything, let me know, and we will get everything set up to help the drivers.
All righty, and we'll support you as well. What goes around comes around. So thank you. All right, everybody, that is spoiled. Please go follow them. Heart driven, great cause. Let's see, who do we have here? Um, uh-oh, what did I do? Here we go, here we go. Kenny for real. How you doing, man? Welcome in. Let's get you a gift. I think there you go. Good, good. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Very good. What's on your mind today?
No, just yeah, too last just to check what our people are doing on the interviews.
The what now? I didn't quite understand you.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead, Kenny.
Okay, I said I'm just on the internet to just see what people are doing, just to have fun.
Oh, okay. Well, what we're doing here is we are a trucking advocates that are trying to make the trucking industry, the American trucking industry, better for the driver, the small carrier, the mechanic, the broker, the shippers, the consignees, the insurance companies. We're building a unity within the trucking industry and within America to wake up Americans to fight back with corruption, with dishonesty, and we're building. We're building a community. We're building a culture of people respecting one another, not tearing down one another. Thank you so much for the Heart Me veterans. Welcome to the team. And we hope you'll join us. Right now, we're attempting to slow down or stop autonomous so that our people in America are safe. America first, every time. How do you feel about all that?
Okay, all right. Thank you.
All right. You have any comments, suggestions? No, he does not. All right, everyone. If anybody wants to come up, feel free to come up. Find that courage within you to bring your ideas or your hopes, your complaints, anything. You want to talk about anything? We're here. Ghost, welcome in. We're glad you're here. Thank you for the heart me. Welcome to the team. You know, that's just as important. That cost a penny in the heart me. That helps you be a part of the community, right? The community with all of us to get us into the FYP. That is one of our main goals, to get into the FYP so that we can share this message of unity, of patriotism, of doing what's right for America first. Not to make a bunch of cash and shove it in your pocket, but truly to help Americans first. Let's see, I might pronounce this wrong. Sorry if I do. Uh, click to. I hope I said that right. Welcome in. How you doing? Let's get you a gift. How are you, brother? Welcome in. Hello, hello. Good. How are you? Welcome in. We can't hear you, brother. It's really hard to hear you. We can't hear you, brother. Can everybody else hear him? Or yeah, go ahead. Okay, very good. Thanks for watching. What are your concerns about the trucking industry? We're having a really hard time hearing you. So come back and see us. All right. Go ahead and get back in line, and we'll bring you up. I think you're having a bad connection. I'm not sure. So I'll read another letter while we're waiting for people to come up. Again, we have 5 letters for each state. They're similar. We email you or DM you an example of what they are. We are attempting to save our people. Thank you for the follow, Akilu. I think I said that right. Hello, Matthew. How are you? How are you? Matthew Reeves, welcome in. Hello. Kilu, as soon as you get a better connection, come back and see us. So we are attempting to notify 5 organizations, the EPA, OSHA, DOT at the state level, at your state level, the Department of Emergency Management, and the Federal Insurance Office about the dangers, the potential dangers, and our concerns over autonomous trucking. We do not feel like autonomous trucking is safe. There's not enough research yet. There's not enough technology yet to protect people with an 80,000-pound missile going down the road, because that's what a big rig is, with a trailer full of 44,000 pounds of freight, the whole truck, trailer, and freight totaling 80,000 pounds. Imagine you have a hazmat load, and any kind of technology can be hacked, right, by professionals. So what if, I mean, is this a national security risk? What happens if we have a hazmat inhalation or flammable hazmat endorsed load, and somebody hacks that vehicle, domestic or international, which can be done by professionals? What if this happens and a small town somewhere or a building somewhere that's important, a manufacturing site, gets hit? What if that happens? That is our concern. That should be, in our opinion, everybody's concern. Is what if somebody hacks the vehicle and just crashes into 20 people, causing a pileup on the I-10 freeway, the I-40, the I-80? What if you're going through Los Angeles and an autonomous vehicle does that? It's not safe yet. And the global elites and the corporate giants are trying to pull a quick one, in our opinion, behind those five organizations, which are our main safety organizations that keep people safe. So it is our opinion and our thoughts that these five letters will wake them up, will wake up the agencies that are there to protect us. Our government's job is to protect us. They are our employees. And I want all of you watching to realize that. Do not be afraid of the government. They are literally your employees. I'm not advocating for violence or anything crazy. We do have to follow our rules and regulations that the people have created, right? Congress and Senate don't create laws and regulations. Thank you for the balloons. I appreciate that. Um, Congress and Senate, our president, our governors, our mayors, all of the government officials, law enforcement, they don't create the rules and regulations. You do. You do. The people do. You are more powerful than Donald Trump himself being the president, right? He is our president. And sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. I had a call. You guys are more powerful than the president. You hold more power. That's a fact. If you are an American citizen, you hold the power. You are an American citizen. You are the one that votes people in and out. You are the one that votes for these things in Congress and Senate. Now, are there gifts being given right now through lobbyists that are not allowing all the amendments to our Constitution to be enforced properly? My opinion is yes. What is your opinion? What do you think? The people run the show, not the government. All right. So I do not dislike the government. I don't have any feelings towards the government other than I'm not happy or satisfied with what's going on right now. I feel like they're ruining our lives. All right. These so called smart economists are not so smart. Look at us living paycheck to paycheck, most of us, not being able to put money in our savings. And it has nothing to do with our budget. It has nothing to do with us blowing money or being consumers. Because everybody I talk, most people I talk to now, they're not even consuming anymore. They can't afford to. They can't afford to. So who's so smart? To me, they're not so smart, right? Maybe we should have our children do it. They seem to kind of know what common sense is, right? Our children that are like 10 and under, they know right from wrong right off the get-go, and they don't justify doing crap to ruin lives or greed. It's greed, and it's in all of us. We have a good wolf, we have a bad wolf. Every day, who do I feed? Do I feed? But I have both. I have goodness inside of me and I have evil inside of me. So whichever I feed on a daily basis, that's what I will become. That's what you will become. So I do my best. I'm a sinner. Okay. I'll admit that. I'm not too low of a man to admit that. I feed the good, though, as much as I humanly can. Do I make mistakes? Yes. Do we make mistakes? Yes. But let's try to do the good. That's what we're doing here. Are you in a state? Do you want to help? Do you want to help have a voice, have some power back like you should, like you do? America first. Let's do it. When this works and we send these five letters out and they stop autonomous, this will probably go worldwide. This will probably be a shockwave through the entire world. Can you imagine? I see the future of Australians and Canadians and Europeans saying, man, you won't believe what those Americans did. Man, the blue collar worker, they got together. They formed a culture together and they fought back. They fought the evil. They fought the global elites. They fought the corporate giants back legally, peacefully, and they won. And it's possible, but you got to believe it. Your vibration has to vibrate it. You have to believe it. If we're positive and we say we can do it, we can do it. We will do it. Period. End of story. So thanks so much for everybody being here. We're gonna go. We're only gonna go for about 20 more minutes. I'll read a letter right now. Again, we are still looking at. We still need about 40 of the 50 states to cover. And even if you're in one of those states that has not been covered yet, it doesn't hurt to write those 5 letters for yourself. We have an example we can send to you. So our hope is that you will get involved. This is your chance to have some power to actually protect your future and your family's future and my family and our future, right? This is our future. This isn't just for me. This is for all of us. So it's the EPA, OSHA, state level DOT, Department of Emergency Management, and the Federal Insurance Office. I will read, Sean, what do you think? DOT? You want me to read DOT, Emergency Management? What do you think? Let's see. Sean is currently getting his truck fixed. Oh, there we go.
Let's do emergency management. That'd be great.
Okay. So our 4th letter. Subjects concerning regarding autonomous commercial vehicles and emergency preparation in Nevada. Dear Director of Emergency Management officials, we are writing you to express our concerns regarding the rapid expansion of autonomous commercial vehicles technology and the potential risks that these systems may create for emergency response operations and public safety throughout the state of Nevada. For you, it would be the state of your state. As autonomous trucking technology continues moving forward, wider deployment across America's highways, many important questions remain unanswered regarding how emergency management agencies and preparing for catastrophic incidents involving commercial vehicles operating without an active human drivers presents, right? Nevada serves as one of the nation's major freight and transportation corridors, with heavy commercial traffic moving daily throughout interstates, rural highways, industrial areas, bridges, and environmentally sensitive regions. And this includes all 50 states, y'all. Because of this, any major failure involving an autonomous commercial vehicle can have significant consequences for public safety, infrastructure, environmental protection, and emergency response coordination. We are particularly concerned about scenarios where an autonomous truck experiences a mechanical or software failure that leads to, and by the way, this is going to be forever. How are they ever going to invent technology that does not fail? All technology fails eventually, right? It is impossible to get 100% out of any kind of technology. How often do your phones glitch? How often does your blender glitch? How often does your refrigerator go out, right? Or your washer and dryer? Nothing lasts forever. Not the human body, not a tree, not the earth. Nothing will last forever. So when it comes to human life, we kind of feel like this is important, right? We are particularly concerned about scenarios where an autonomous truck experiences a mechanical or software failure that leads to hazardous material spills or fuel leaks, fires involving lithium batteries or commercial cargo, major roadway closures affecting emergency response access, bridges, tunnels, or interstate shutdowns. Look at the 28 car pileup we just had on the I-80 in Green River, Wyoming. That took 3 lives. It unalived 3 people. That was with a person. So imagine an autonomous vehicle, right? Environmental contamination affecting farmlands, waterways, or nearby communities. Situation where first responders arrive on the scene without a trained human operator available to assist on what's in that trailer. Nevada emergency responders already face difficult and unpredicted situations every single day. The addition of autonomous commercial vehicles introduces new technology risks that require specialized planning, training, and coordination between these systems become widespread on public roadways. Our concern is not opposition to innovate or technology advancements. Rather, it is a concern about whether emergency preparation is evolving at the same pace as autonomous develops. I respectfully request clarification regarding the following. Has Nevada management conducted preparation, exercise, or risk assessments involving autonomous commercial vehicle incidents? As first responders in Nevada, have they received specialized training related to autonomous trucking systems and emergency shutdown procedures? Has the state coordinated with federal agencies, transportation officials, or autonomous vehicle companies regarding emergency response planning? What procedures are currently in place if an autonomous commercial vehicle carrying hazardous materials becomes disabled or is involved in a catastrophic incident? Has Nevada evaluated the potential impact autonomous trucking failures could have on rural communities, evacuation routes, environmental protection, or emergency logistics? And are the public deserves the emergency response system? Are they prepared before autonomous commercials technologies become deeply integrated into critical transportation infrastructures? Safety, accountability, and procedures preparations should remain priorities alongside innovation. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree? Thank you for your time, your leadership, and continued service to the people of Nevada. I appreciate your consideration of these concerns and look forward to your response. Sincerely, Vince Fazio. So I want to know in my state of Nevada, I want to know that my people, our people in Nevada are protected. That means something to me. That's important to me. And I hope it's important to you. Please join us in tackling this root issue. Pastime for a change. Welcome in, brother. Let's give you a gift. How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, not too bad, but not too good anyway.
Ah, I know, brother.
So, uh, yeah,
I know.
I'll send you pictures later. You'll love it.
Oh boy.
But anyway, so later on today, the quote unquote boycott list will be going up. It's actually called something different because, again, it's all about the wording when you start getting into these things, and it's an impact list. So we would be advised to not buy these people's product anymore, and show them that we speak with our money, and if they want to replace us, we're not going to have any money, so we're not going to buy their shit. But anyway, that'll be going up later on this afternoon.
Okay, cool. Is that going to be on your page? I'm assuming.
Yeah, it'll actually be open to the public on that one. That will actually be for everybody because we actually want to get the general public as well involved in that because. But I'll just tell you right now, we're putting up all 30 some odd subsidiary companies to Tyson, and
Tyson.
after Grut, which is the local delivery autonomy that they're using, and we're also going after Hertzbach because that's one of their main customers. So
Good.
it's
Love it.
We speak with our money, they'll start listening.
That's right. Hirschbaugh, if they buy those 500 trucks, they alone will put out 1,250 drivers. We calculated, right? 1,200 drivers, not having a paycheck.
Trucks.
No, I know.
Not just drivers. Trucks.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if it was teamed or not. They will outdo the standard truck.
Right. And how many of those trucks will crash? How many of those trucks will malfunction? We want to know. We want to know before it happens.
It's pretty easy to pull them over because they don't know the difference between traffic and actually
I'm not going to get into that right now. That's a whole different story, you know.
Right.
Fraud in our industry is really bad, but it's about to get worse.
Right.
And, I'm going to explain how to do that. So once
All right.
the people that do those things find out that happens, there's something we have an advantage on. That's because we're human, and we actually can break through and move forward. They cannot, because there's no intimate threat. It's not intimate. It's there's no immediate threat. Imminent.
Right.
Yeah.
Intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not imminent danger. So, literally, they can't move that truck once it's stopped, because if they do, well, that's the human life, and somebody will have to pay for that.
Right.
And not to mention, pastime, not to cut you off or whatever. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but on May 22nd, the infrastructure, so to be the House Committee for Transportation, they did pass the so it has to go through several stages. The 250 American Act. It actually passed in that house. So again, it's not going to be law yet, or it's not going to be a bill yet, but it did pass there 62-2. So that was 62 people saying yes, 2 people saying no. So these are the things that we want to follow along. That's the 250 American Act. That's the $1 trillion to build our infrastructure. There's $62 billion in there for cybersecurity on our highways. So we got to pay attention to it. Flock cameras are a big thing. That's in that bill as well, that we should be reading and educating ourselves on. So I think we need to pay attention. You know what politics are doing right now, because it is changing our industry for the direction they want, their agenda. And as truck drivers, we should unite and get that conversation started. Let them know that we are paying attention. We do know how to read. You can't fool us by putting in good things versus the negative parts that's going to change our industry for the bad. So again, guys, pay attention. If you want to see that link, I do have the link. The whole video of them actually trying to mend certain things out of it. Like I said, it's a workup bill, so this is part of the workup stage. And for 62 people, I mean, I've been watching like the Lila Law, everything else that the bills are trying to pass. I've never seen 62 vote to yes.
99% against us.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I mean, 99% that's for it. So we want to again be able to say, hey, you know what? Let's put it out for the comments for truck drivers. We want to put people on Mars, right? And on the moon. Why can't they send emails out to truck drivers and say, hey, here's what we got going on. What's your thoughts? Instead of having 62 people or 70, 80 people saying, hey, this is what we're going to do for your industry. That's never even drove a truck, never held a steering wheel. And sacrifice the time away from their family like we do as truck drivers. So again, I think it's time for us to put all our differences aside and say, hey, you know what? We do have a common cause. This is our industry, and we want to fix it. And we want to ran the way we want to ran, not the way they see fit. Not college students, not people that are in the FMCSA that's been on the ATA and moving for big corporations. So again, we'll have some more information out there. If anybody wants to see that link, feel free. Just send me a message. Say, hey, Sean, send me that over. I do the research. I've been following along in it. You watch it, you see what you think. To me, I think personally, as a journalist, independent, it's not good for us. There's a lot of hidden stuff in there that could really change our industry for the bad. We need to protect the truck driver's seat, put that power back into our seat.
1000%.
Hey, Sean, we do have a new combat weapon, if you will. We need to stop having class action lawsuits and start suing these people individually. Because when you get 1 million people suing one person, you tie them up in court costs for, I figured it out the other day, it's $1,012.
1,012 years. So, yeah, if we just go out and we file a simple $32 court filing fee, they have to answer that. Then you answer back and forth. It might cost you a couple of $100, but in the end, with their lawyers and their answering and back and forth, it's very substantial, and we can literally bankrupt them just on court costs alone.
I love it.
And I'm not talking about just like the people sitting at the Capitol. I'm talking like anybody, because it actually worked out to like 400 and some odd $1 million. So yeah,
I like it.
you know, lawyers are only like $400 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
I love
And,
it.
and even if you don't ever get anything out of it, you sure do mess their life up.
Oh, like how our life is being messed up right now? Like our life is being, how our life is being treated? Yeah, for people that don't know what they're talking about and they make decisions for us that they have no clue. They have no clue. Why we've allowed it to get this far, I don't know. But I do see change, Mike. I do see unity happening. I do see it. It's happening right now with these letters. So I agree with everything you say. Um, Even if I disagreed with you, I would still support you. You know what I mean? We have to. All we have is each other, brother. Who else is here for us?
PSG means by it's too slow. If you have a million people that are suing somebody all at once, how is that too slow?
KSG, you want to come up
That is
or just in the chat?
to me.
Yeah.
I mean, the class action lawsuit usually is settled.
Oh, he's gonna come up, Mike. Mike, he's gonna come up. So, so drivers, if you drivers, small carriers, whoever's out there watching right now, look at 16 beautiful souls watching. We appreciate every single one of you. Your time does not. We don't take it lightly. We respect your time. We thank you for you giving us part of your most valuable resource, which is your time on the earth. And none of us have a lot of it. So I try my best to spend my time wisely with the people that are really trying. So thank you so much. If you're not following Pastime for a Change, please go follow him. Go to his page, pastimeforachange.com. Right, Mike? Not dot. Yeah, it's .com.
TFAC.com. But yeah, hey, I had to say something about that, and people are listening. I don't put stuff up for you. You go make an account, and then I give you access to your own page. It's not done like most people call the person that has a web page and put this on their web page. That's not what my page does. My page is literally it's a living document. Like Vince is on there, Sean's on there, uh, Sam's on there, and they're putting blogs up. They're putting, all kinds of stuff up, and I don't control that. Like I can see it because I can see everybody else's stuff too,
And he can protect it. If everything else goes down, all other social media goes down, he can protect what we've already built to keep it there safely, right? It's kind of like preppers, right?
All your videos up, bro. I'm gonna have to like get bigger hard drives and stuff because those are huge. But
Yeah.
it's
I'm only putting up my most important ones. You know what I mean? The ones that really hit, the ones that really, because I do put some silly stuff up there to try to have a little fun. That doesn't need to be protected. If that's lost, it's not a big deal. Hopefully it entertains someone for a minute or two, but if it didn't or it did, we can lose stuff like that,
Well, I've done pretty much everything I can to actually protect it, but I can't say. It's just like I've told people, like you go into this cryptocurrency and all this stuff. It's everything that is made can be unmade, and
Right.
if you've got the right people, they can get into it. And the only thing you can do is back it up and reboot it and start over again, which I mean we're doing. So
That's right.
That's
right. Well, I encourage everybody, if you're trucking is literally the trucking industry in America is the hardest industry to get any traction with. So we are dealing with the hardest industry following medical to accomplish, right? They have so tightly protected the corruption in it, the falseness in it, to do anything as the person that's directly in it, right? The driver, the small carrier. They have divided us so well. Look at taking CBs out of the truck, right? I think that was by design. I don't think it was because people weren't using them. They don't want us to talk. But who cares what they want? It's not about them. It's about us, the people in the trucks, the people running the trucks. These are the people that need to be making the decisions. Let's get the boot off our neck. All right. These rules and regulations should be ran and are going to be ran in the future by small carriers and drivers, the ones that actually are involved in the industry, not folks that have no idea what they're talking about, or people that are extremely passionate about the industry. Trucking City Media, I think it is. Thank you for the heart me. Yep, that's you. Thank you for the heart me. Appreciate it. Welcome to the team. All right, we're just waiting for KSG. We're only going to be up another 4 minutes. So thank you everybody for joining today. Thank you for the likes, the shares. Thank you for your time, more importantly. I hope you guys enjoyed the wilderness of the Sierra Nevada mountains. This is a small beauty in our world. And yeah, Lake Tahoe. What do you do? All right, KSG is coming in. Let's get him a gift, and you guys can rock and roll. Pastime.
Just to answer your question, he's not saying that you can't put one in. You definitely can. But back in the day, they used to put it in for you. When you bought a new truck, there was a CB in there. Cobra was teamed up with most of your dealerships. So he's not saying you can put a CB in there. We encourage people to put a CB radio in there. So just want to get that out there. That was a misunderstanding. And that's great. You know, the misunderstandings, we'll catch it and we'll reinsure you what we're talking about.
And I'll say, oopsie, sorry about that. Yeah, if you don't have a CB, we highly encourage you to go buy one. My 2020 didn't come with one. I went and purchased one, and a CB did 9 out of the last 12 years. 9 years ago, I've been trucking for 12. 9 years ago, my CB did save my life. Coming around a curve, there was all stop traffic, and then everybody on the radios, truck drivers were, slow your truck down, go to 25, turn your hazards on. And I thought they were crazy because as far as I could see, which wasn't around that corner coming up, that bend coming up, it looked like it was wide open. But I listened to what other truck drivers were telling me. I slowed down just to be safe. I come around that corner, it was a stop traffic grid. And I mean, just even for me to stop at 25, I made it just in time to not rear end somebody. That CB might have saved my life and definitely saved the small Honda Accord that was in front of me that I would have pushed into 15 other people if I was going 65 miles an hour. So CBs do save lives, and they also help bring us together, which is important. KSG, go ahead, brother. How are you?
You know what, Vince, to that exact example, you know what, on that curve that people don't see? Beacons. They don't see beacons. They do see triangles if it's set out properly. So all power to you right there, brother.
Yeah, good, Tom.
Good afternoon. Last time, I just wanted to clarify. So if I misunderstood, my apologies. When you say sue somebody, who are you suing? And you know me, I try to look at things objectively.
The representatives that are actually doing this and passing it, we can pick one of them and just start suing them a million deep. And you get, $32 to make, your claim, right? $100 to make your claim, whatever. That's $100 out of your pocket, right? But in the same regards, on their side, that's $100 million out of their pocket. See, we have the power in numbers. Like if we use that power, they don't stand a chance. We are millions. They are a couple of hundred.
Okay, but what would be the basis? Because you don't want to file a fraudulent lawsuit. What would be the basis there? Try to understand that. Because generally,
because the people that represent, they don't want it. They're not representing us. That's taxation without representation.
I think that's a little much of a far leap. But just to answer your point, you know that congressmen do have immunity to an extent, right? As long as it's not criminal.
They have an assurity bond that would actually drop out when something like that happened. They would say, you screwed up.
I'm just trying to say, because you say no one wants this,
I mean, that's a reach, right? At least right now. I'm not saying that. I guess we don't know what the constituents of that specific congressman want. I get your point, but what would be the intention of suing everybody? Just to kind of give them a bad name? I'm just confused on that part.
To drain their bank account, put them in court for many a years. You figure it out, right? If you have a simple $32 page, right, you have to respond, right? But you have a million of them. That's $32 million.
Right.
That's
When
not
a judge just comes in and all of a sudden throws it out with prejudice, meaning cannot file, and if you do file, it'd be
They still have to answer it, even if you only get the answer. That's $32 million out of their pocket. That's something they're going to see. Others will see it too.
Maybe drain the swamp.
I feel you. I don't think that's the appropriate measure. Again, I agree to disagree on that.
But
But
we have a limited amount of things that we can do, and we have to do everything. Like if it's $32 out of my pocket, and I've got a million people doing the same thing, and it's going to cost that person $32 million to respond back. Hey, we made a dent. We showed them that we have the power.
And maybe at the very least,
It's huge.
maybe at the very least, they will understand. Maybe that will help them understand they don't run America themselves. It's a group of
just so
people.
you guys understand, I just want to clarify: you cannot sue a congressperson simply because you disagree with how they vote or what they're sponsoring. You cannot do that. Just to be clear, I don't want to lead anybody down the wrong path, but I encourage you. You don't have to take what I say. Please do your own research. Look into this.
We would set it up so it was a constitutional thing that they did.
Right, of course. Of course.
But I would hate for people to spend money and waste it for not the right reasons. I think what we're doing and what Vince, you, Sean, Sam, all the group is doing right now is the right approach. I just wouldn't send 5 letters. I would just, from all the states, as many as you can, the more the better, and kind of personalize them a little bit.
Right.
But I see your point, and it's okay if I disagree with it.
Of course, this is great. And of course, we're always going to follow the law, and we're not going to do anything illegally or violent. Of course, right? Always to everybody watching.
We're not going to go 19.
Right. I know. I just wanted to clarify that so everybody knows, so nobody else gets wild ideas, and we don't want to create any kind of anything like KSG was saying that would ruin our momentum, right? We only want to do lawful things, and we're going to find a way. It's simple. We're talking.
You're more powerful. You can be firm, smarter than them. Okay, and yes, sometimes it takes money, but you got to do it elegantly, professionally, in the right way. Now, I can tell you, these companies now, Aurora, Kodiak, Gaddick, they're not doing it the right way. And they're copy and pasting templates just like everybody else. And I tell you what we're working on right now is that we call it a public, tax-funded organization, or call it the Ohio Department of Transportation, literally copying and pasting a verbatim text that most likely, digging in deeper, came from a lobbyist. But the difference is Ohio DOTs mandated safety on their roads, but they're publicly, they're funded by taxpayer dollars. And Ohio has sunshine laws. Sunshine laws are public records requests. So they have to disclose every email, text, communication between anybody that you requested. I've done it already. And we will find out exactly who's been communicating to them. Just give you this template. Well, it's not illegal, but the people of Ohio should be pissed off. And it could be a massive embarrassment. And you're doing nothing wrong. And that's when you go to the press about it. Like, that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm spending with folks in my time here.
Awesome. Thank you for your hard work, KSG. We really appreciate you. Seriously. The work you're doing is for all 350 million Americans. We need more folks to be critical thinkers and wake up and get involved somewhere, do something. Now's the time. Now is the time to save our country, if any. And it's gonna, it will get to a point where it'll be too late if we don't act soon. Everyone. Sam, Samantha, did you have something to add to that?
Yeah, one of my favorite things about this environment is we get to do true brainstorming sessions. True brainstorming sessions. I don't know if you guys have ever sat in a brainstorming session in an office environment, but all the ideas come out. All of them come out. It does, and there is no bad idea. There is no dumb idea. There is no this is a waste of time idea. They're all ideas because this idea sparks another idea, creates another train of thought. And I love that you've created an environment where that happens. And then we get to evaluate as a group of people who are like-minded and want the same thing. We get to evaluate and say which of these things creates the most good for the greatest number of people while presenting the least amount of harm for the smallest number. We get to evaluate that because we created an environment where people feel safe to come and bring their ideas and discuss and not be afraid and not feel like that their input doesn't matter and that other people are going to look down on them. What a great environment that you've created and that you're duplicating. The power of this is immeasurable.
That's right. Absolutely.
And one thing to say, have to pass that to Sean, you, Vince, and everybody listening. Uh, I love the momentum that's being kind of brought on here, but I do want to sound the alarm bell in terms of timing is of the essence here. So whatever specific tasks that this community, whatever you guys decide to do, timing is so important right now because the IIJA, Infrastructure Investment Jobs Act, is expiring in September. And so this Build America 250 Act that Sean mentioned is a must-pass bill. It's not like people bring up a bill and they say, no, we're not going to go with it. Too bad. This happens every 5 years. And all the work gets attached to it. So every little side project that wants to go on gets attached to it. Here's what's going to happen. I promise you. The autonomous industry is going to add to this, whether it's liability caps, you name it. They're going to try to get, because interstate commerce, which we all participate in, crossing state lines or higher, that is regulated by the federal government, not the states to a certain extent. So they can preempt, and they're already asking for it in terms of autonomous trucking. There's some broker stuff in there as well. But if you guys want to ask for something, now's the time to put it together. Once you get your letters out, focus your group and the community on what we want to accomplish, to go for, and do it properly to either remove from that, amend that bill, or add to it. Because I promise you, brokers, shippers, everyone's going to start adding to this bill. And it's a must-pass bill. People don't always read thousands of pages. Right now, it's already over 1,000.
Yeah.
It'll get much, much bigger. Well, this is what this bill funds all our roads in the country, the infrastructure. It has to be renewed. You cannot say no to it. You can amend it, but now's the time to do it. So I just wanted to pass that along to you guys. It's absolutely critical that this stuff gets tackled head on right now.
Right. Absolutely. So everybody, you hear what KSG says. Let's get our comments in. So we already have seven. We have 7 states completely done. The letters are in the mail. That's 35 government agencies that are going to be receiving this information about autonomous within the next, 5 business days. So by what? Friday, Monday at the latest, they will have this information. That was all done by mostly blue collar workers or people that are passionate about our country, people that are passionate about your life that aren't even in it. There's a lot of people, there's a few people here that are passionate about the industry that have never stepped foot in a truck. So just because if you're not a driver, doesn't mean you don't have your place. This does ultimately affect everything for everyone. Period. End of story. So like KSG is saying, please get involved. Let's get this done.
Yeah, and I would piggyback off off what KSG said, right? So they passed the 62-2. So now, right now that they passed that, we would have to go to the next table to build up this bill to actually put it in because they've already passed it, right? So they're all agreeing. So now we have what three more houses for it to actually go through. If we do want to stop it, we gotta pinpoint to them. So as we're watching it, we're seeing it. We just got to know what avenue to take. So again, if everybody can pay attention to it, it was in the House of Transportation, and it passed the 62-2. So 62 yays, 2 nays. So again, you're right, KSG. We gotta focus and know that we're going in the right direction because we don't want to be trying to send it to them and then for men.
Hyper focus. And what I give you a real quick example of, so when Congress passes the bill, it generally speaks in generalities, right? And then it passes that authority down to these, like the FMCSA, the FAA, IRS, whatever it is. They make the granular rules when Congress passes a bill. The difference with this bill specifically, Aurora asked for the beacon exception instead of the triangles, right? But for the first time, I've seen specifics about, they're talking about beacons in this bill. And it's kind of showing their hands because they're not 100% sure with the pushback they got from comments, public. And I know a lot of people have read some of the recent comments here that it's a concerning to them because if they don't get that exemption and this bill passes, our fight means nothing because it'll be preempted and Congress and the federal government have the authority to do that given to them by the Commerce Clause. So that's why it shows their hand how the Thomas industry is kind of circumvent the regulatory process, which essentially for autonomous doesn't really exist until now.
That's right. So, Sean, just so you know, your co-driver just asked and said, let me find it real quick. Okay. Your co-driver just said, I need your letters. I asked what state. They said Louisiana, which I don't believe we have yet. I don't have it written down. So there we go. Anybody that wants to get involved, we still have 39, 38 states that we need. Louisiana was one of them. So thank you so much. That's awesome. We need one person in each state. We have 11 covered now. So even if one of the states is already covered.
Those here in a minute, Sean.
Perfect. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Sean. Even if you're in a state that's already been covered, it doesn't hurt to send multiple letters. All it can do is reinforce what we're doing here. We're sounding the alarm bells. That's what we do as Americans, right? That is why we're so powerful to this day. Now, for the last 40 years, we've just been enjoying it, kind of, right? But it's time for us to be patriots again, get involved. America 2.0, just like our forefathers did. It's here. It's here. It's time. The world is so connected now that they have found ways to hurt us from afar, from overseas. It's not hard to do with digital technology. So this is what we do as American. It's in our bloods, right? So I'm third generation American. What are you? If you're first generation America, I feel like that's stronger. I feel like you're not taking things for granted and you love America more than other folks maybe. So so get involved if you can. Just send us a DM. Samantha, myself, Sean, send us a DM. Tell us your state. Again, like Nevada, I'm the only person so far that's done Nevada. If you're in Nevada, give one of us a DM. We will send you these example letters for you to do, to send to these spots.
And you can also do We the Truckers. You can do Pastime for Change. All these organizations, they've pretty much known to send us an email out saying, hey, you send these letters to this person. So again, all we need is your email. We'll send them to you, print them out, sign. If you like to change anything up, feel free to do it, to put it in your own words. Yeah, that's the great part about it. And again, like KSG said, it is a crucial time in this industry to be acting and instead of proacting. So we got to we got proactive instead of deactive.
Yes.
It's a short period of time. We don't have much to try to control the environments for the infrastructure, for autonomous, everything that's in our industry that's got a negative to it. It's now this is the year that we make it in positive. 2026 to 2027 is sculpturing our industry for the next decade. So for the next decade, we should have part of it. We should be leaving our younger generation a good, a safe environment for the trucking industry.
That's right. That's right. A year ago, everyone, I thought that my voice didn't matter, my personal one voice. I thought, well, what change can one person do? My belief now, after a year of being an advocate, my opinion now, and you don't have to be an advocate to get something changed or to get something done or to enforce something being changed. My belief now is that we have been programmed and brainwashed to think that we have no power, but we really do have all the power. Collectively, together, we have the power. We, the people, right? We, the truckers, have the power. So reach out, someone. Mike, thanks for coming in. We got one more person and then we're going to shut her down. So you have any last words? Maybe not. I think he's gone. Okay. Past time for a change. If you're not following him, please go follow him. Oh, I think I just hung up on him. If you want to come back and talk, you can. KSG, brother, you got anything else or was that it? Samantha, you also. Any last words? All right. What'd you say? All right.
Said it was a pleasure to be here today.
Awesome. Thank you, Samantha. We appreciate all your hard work. Have a lovely day. Reach out to Samantha if you want a copy of these example letters to be a patriot and to fight for your country, for your industry. Okay. Thank you so much, Samantha. Um, Marshall, Marshall, Marsha,
Sure.
Trucking Health.
Yeah.
Welcome in. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. Glad to be in. Thank you so much for liking my page and following me. And so I'll follow through all. And this is going to be exciting.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Yeah, we're doing our best. We're doing our best to unite people and help create and motivate critical thinkers, trust but verify, and folks that do research that don't just blindly follow people and be a parrot like I was up to a year ago. I was just as guilty. I'll watch Fox or CNN and then I'll go to all my friends and family. Oh, guess what's happening? Guess what's happening into the world? Guess what's happening in DC? Well, how do I know if that's true? Right? Just because they say something doesn't make it true. So we have to do our research if we really want to get to truth, to transparency. Trust but verify, right? So
Sure.
that's what we're doing our best. Would you like to get involved with these 5 letters and dominate your state, or what do you think?
Yes, for sure. I'm all
Okay.
about it.
Okay. I reach out if you can, or I'm going to take a screenshot of your name. That way we have you, and we'll send you some information. We appreciate it. We have 38 states, 38 or 39 states left. We need help with this. We believe we can shut it down or at least slow it down for the safety of our people. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I'm in Oklahoma, so I'm not sure if you have an Oklahoma record or not.
Beautiful. We have one other person doing Oklahoma, but it'll help your state to get 2 letters, not 2 of the 5 letters, not just one. So everybody in Oklahoma is valuable, is special, is important. We don't want these autonomous vehicles hurting or unaliving your family or your friends or you. You know, we're important. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I am for, right now, somebody has to be held accountable. And right now, they're not saying who's going to be held accountable if one of these vehicles, unalives somebody. And that's my concern. Who's going to be responsible?
right, right. Nor do they, honestly, Marcia, they don't care. To the global elites and the corporate giants, they have an acceptable loss of life number that they are comfortable with. But I'm not comfortable with that. I don't know you personally or your family, but I care about your family. We work for each other, right? As Americans. So I'm not okay with an acceptable amount loss of human life in Oklahoma. Not even one, not even one, because here's the truth. I don't know you personally, but I do know for a fact you love your mother the same way I love my mom. You love your son the same, if you have a son, the same way I love my son. You know, you get what I'm saying. You know,
Yeah,
our hearts are the same in that aspect. We love our people the exact same way. We don't want to lose them. They're special to us. You know? So anyhow,
yeah, definitely. I'll put it in the DM, and I'll give you my information.
beautiful.
That's
Thank you.
not a problem.
Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, fellow patriot. We appreciate you.
Yeah, and in my state, I am the secretary of my precinct, so I
Oh,
am involved in our political scenes here in Oklahoma. So yeah, that's not going to get done.
that's amazing. Wow, great. Okay. We'll get some info out to you. Thanks so much for coming up. We really appreciate you. And try to share this with as many people as you can so we can get this covered. You know, even if you know people in other states, if they want to have a voice, have some actual power and some traction in their state. Because the simple fact is, we, the people, have the power, Marcia, right? Not the government, not the global elites, and not the corporate giants. We, the people, have the power. And they have forgotten that. And it's time for us to remind them. And I hope they're watching right now. They're probably watching secretly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't care because I love our country. I love our people. And America first to me means everything because even if our country went to shit in a handbasket, I wouldn't leave personally. And I wouldn't judge those that did leave. I wouldn't judge them. We all have to do what's right for us. So if somebody else wants to hightail it out of here when the ship is sinking, that's fine. I won't judge you. And if I can make it better, hey, come on back. I'm not going to even judge you, right? God doesn't give me the right to judge. So it's all good. We all got to answer for things in the end. We do. It's a real thing, you know? So whether we believe in the universe itself with karma or we believe in some kind of god, you know, there's like eight out there or nine out there, whatever we believe, regardless what you believe in, it matters. And the future's coming. We have to be held accountable one way or another, whether we like it or not. So all we have is today, right? What do you do? um Anyways, thanks for coming in, Marcia. We really appreciate you. Everybody, please go follow Marcia, great patriot, and everybody go follow each other. Let's build this community of patriots, of Americans that love this industry, that care about one another. Let's bring back the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, where people were genuinely cared about one another. I want to see those days come back. I don't even know those days. I hear about them, but I don't see them. All I see is a lot of unempathetic people ever since the pandemic, right? People are unempathetic. I think I said that right about each other. I want to see the days come back where we love one another again, where we care about each other. So, Marcia, thanks for coming in. Okay. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. Come back and see us anytime.
All right, welcome.
All right. Bye bye. Um, all right. KSG, any last words, sir? Any last words, brother?
Oh, good, my man. Guys, all thank you very much for having me on here. And let's go get 'em.
Let's do it, man. Thanks so much for your hard work. Appreciate you. All right. Have a good one. If you're not following KSG, another great patriot, go follow him. Great person to get to know and to educate yourself from. He's very knowledgeable on a lot of different subjects. So,
Thank you, guys. I'll pop off, but we'll be listening in. Thanks, guys.
awesome. Thanks, KSG. So yeah, go follow him if you align with what he says. There's a lot of people to here that truly care about each other, and they really are trying to make their country better, right? That's what we're trying to do. So if you align with making America better, if you align with trying to make truck drivers and small carriers and mechanics and the cashier at the truck stop lives better, go follow these folks. They're great folks. Sean, any last words, brother from another mother?
That's right. I had to walk out. I'm working on the truck, so it's great. You know, I just wanted to say thanks for the time that you put in, KSG, all the wonderful people here today, watching and getting educating and trying to help fix our industry. You know, it means a lot. It means that truckers can't unite. It means that the people care about the industry. protecting the middle class. Uh, you know, it's a lot of work, right? It's not something that's tomorrow we say, hey, you know, we can change this. It's taking time, but educating, building that foundation, the framework, like you know, and build a teacher for them to actually be able to align with, you know, bringing that brotherhood, sisterhood back. Now that we have sisterhood in the, we're not a race or say a flatbed or we are truck drivers. We are the superheroes of the highway. We put that invisible cape on every single day. We get up and those free trips during the day and the night. Right? We got the drivers that drive at night. So that's ourselves. That's the big thing of it. We're here to protect every single person of the highway. They're the brothers and sisters of the highway. They're bringing that culture back. There is a uniting. You know, that's what we're trying to do here. So our industry needs to be fixed, and we, you know, back in the day, I remember guys that would be all nasty and greasy, kind of like myself right now. You got oil on your arm, pants are just dirty. But I guarantee you, if tomorrow or today, later on in the afternoon, if I had to get me in an atmosphere, right, I'm gonna wash up, clean up, shave up, throw my suit and tie on, and I'm gonna represent trucking. And that is what the older generation did. I mean, it's amazing to try to bring that culture back, but in the new age, right? We have new language. My kids, you know, their generation, they make their own words, right? They're like, hey, this is Riz and all these big things. So to take that and know where we came from and bring those great parts. You know, there was bad. You know, I was talking to a driver last night. He said, hey, the distraction out there, you know, back in the day, he said, man, we had maps up on our steering wheel. We'd be writing down in our notebooks and all this stuff that now has changed for the better, so we don't have to do that. He felt that there was more distraction back then than there is now. And I told him, I said, you know, I remember when Dry Eraser came out, my dad thought it was the best thing since sliced bread, right? Windshield where he needed to turn at. Then he'd be all like, hey, make sure you get this down. So, you know, as our culture has changed to better benefit us, we still have control of it. We say what we can and what we don't want to deal with because we are the heroes of the highway. And it's time to get everybody's voice heard, and, you know, and getting them enlightened, get them out there voting, getting these papers signed, and get them in the mail because this is how we do it, right? There's no more sitting back and allowing them to do whatever they want. This now is the time to say, hey, you know what? The next generation coming in, we have to do it for them. We got to pave that path. We got to, you know, move for them. So even if you're about to retire out of this industry and say, hey, you know what? I'm done with this in like 6 months or 7 months. Think about the generation that you're about to pass this to. So there's a bunch of young people coming into this industry that, you know, put your hand out, open up the doors, say thank you for your time and safe travels. You know, I say it over again. People used to say it. You know, Godspeed is for astronauts, right? And there's so many other things that those little things. Ours is safe travels, and we should bring that culture back. It's going to take all of us. It's going to take a fortune. You know, I look back in history and I say, hey, you know what? It took 4 people to change, saying that we are not going to stand for taking taxes for the tea. You know, so what can we do as an industry? You know, we're trying to pave that way to say that enough is enough, and we have a voice that we want to be heard. We want it to fix it. So with that, Vince, I'm gonna leave it to you. I'm gonna go back in here and get my hands dirty, keep America safe by making sure my tire pressure's up. And
Yes.
for the EPA, you know, that's what we're here. You know, and if anybody wants any information that I have, you know, I'm not a gatekeeper. We're not a gatekeeper. You know, if you need help, I know we were going to talk about the Delilah's Law in this live. I don't know if Ghost Truck is in here, but maybe we can't do it. We're trying to start a roundtable on Google Meet. It'd be perfect time so you can have that one-on-one talk with me and Vince. Saying we can bring KSG in there and actually deep dive into the research. So that way you can get the information spread, right? We should be able to know what's in a Delilah law. We should know what's in this Build America Act that has to pass. Like KSG said, it has to pass. But if we want to get what we want to amendment in there and get our culture for our industry put in there the way we want it, we have to work. You know, it's not just driving a truck anymore. You got a mechanic, you got to do everything else. This is just one more step, right? Now we gotta stand for what's right and wrong. And there's a lot of wrong in most of the bills that they're passing. And because there's guys that just never drove a truck before, right? They're making the rules for us, and they're not educated on how it actually works out here on the road. So again, that's another platform that we're going to try to use is that Google Meets, getting your questions answered. There's amazing people on TikTok and all these other channels, and we're going to start trying to support you guys the best we can. You know, it's a movement. It's a culture building back. So it just doesn't start with just two of us. It starts with all of us. All we're doing is trying to help as best as we can and give you guys the information you need because it's time. We gotta move forward. With that, Vince, I give it back to you now because I said that already.
It's all good. When you're on a roll, you're on a roll. You know what I mean? So yeah. So like Sean was saying, everyone, there are a lot of uncomfortable truths that a lot of us don't want to say, right? We want to look pretty and we want to look good and we want to be the most popular, right? Or we don't want to be disliked, but nobody likes false information. Nobody likes being lied to. Nobody likes not having transparency, right? It's not a comfortable feeling. It's a shitty situation. So let's have those uncomfortable truth talks. Let's disagree. Let's at least agree to disagree, right? It's okay to disagree. Sean and I were a team, right? With many other people. We don't agree all the time. Trust me. We've had some uncomfortable conversations, but the thing is, we're honest with each other. When we talk, we don't just talk to be popular with one another. We say what's on our mind, and if we don't agree on the same topic, we just say, okay, let's agree to disagree. Let's move on to something else. Let's not judge each other and hate each other because there's one thing we don't agree with each other. Because our belief is all Americans, all human beings, we feel like they are 98% similar, but these global elites, these corporate giants, they're literally dividing us, conquer and divide, or divide and conquer, right? Off the 2% disagreements that you have. So we're all out here focusing on red or blue when we align 98% of the time. Most Americans do want pretty much the same thing, but we focus on the 2%. Forget focusing on the 2%. You're never gonna, if you talk about the unaliving of a baby, let's take that one example: the unaliving of a child that's inside a woman's body, right? Half of you are going to agree with it. Half of you are going to disagree with it, right? But at the end of the day, how about we agree to disagree and allow that other person to have the freedom in what they believe in? Let's not tell people or try to force people, oh, you have to believe what I believe, because that's where the disconnect is. That's in our opinion, that's the disconnect, right? So one thing is for sure, we love trucking, we love our country, we love our families, and we align 98% of the time. So let's focus on those strengths. Let's not tear each other down. Let's build more communities, not just Truckers Unite Now, not just FOPT, Pastime for a Change, We the Truckers, right? There are many organizations out there, heart driven. There are many organizations out there that really care about all of you. So let's align with all of them. I mean, in the very beginning, I was, so many people were upset with me, like, oh, you can't join that group. You can't join that group. No, don't tell me what I can and can't do. One thing is for sure, as an American citizen, I am so rebellious. You tell me not to do it, I'm going to do it just because you said not to. And you're not going to play the reverse psychology card and tell me not to do something so that you get your way, because I already saw through that. And so do you, because you're smart. Because you're smart. All right. When people bullshit, most of us see right through it. Do we not? So let's agree to disagree at the very least. We hope you will join us. I have some. We have some very exciting letters you can be an example of. Remember too, on this live, I forgot to say, everything we say here is for entertainment purposes only, right? entertainment purposes only. So, do your own research. Trust but verify. Facts over feelings. Let's find out, where is the truth. Let's find it together. Don't just believe what I'm saying or just what Sean is saying or any of us. Go find the truth for yourself. Now, we do our best to bring you the truth because that's what we believe here. We believe in bringing you the raw, ugly, stinky truth, right? Even if it smells disgusting, we believe that's what people want. That's what I want to see, right? That's what Sean wants to see. Even if it smells disgusting, here you go. Here's your disgusting truth. I mean, some people just want to be in bliss their whole life, but I think most of us in America we're really sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? We are tired of the government, the global elites, and the corporate giants taking advantage of us, not respecting the amendments to our Constitution or Declaration of Independence. It is time. Wake up, America, please. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna show you um, a quick little place of where I'm at. Well, here's the paperwork. See, we're really doing the hard work for you guys. There's YouTube. Say hi to everybody on YouTube, Facebook, and X. And look at this beautiful area of ours. Look at this beautiful country of ours. All right, this is the Sierra Nevada Mountains. I'm in Incline Village, California. And look at this. Look at these beautiful trees. These trees are like 120 or more years old, right? This place is beautiful. Look at this stream right here. This is all the runoff for the Kentucky River, all the snow, the top peaks at almost 6,000 elevation. Look at a dam. A beaver made this dam. I don't know if you guys can see that. I hope you can. But this is why I live in this area. I absolutely love nature. I love the mountains, and this is for me. A lot of you like the desert, or you like the Midwest, the South, the East Coast, and that's okay. Hey, do whatever aligns with you. Live where you want to live. You know what I mean? But one thing's for sure, our country's worth saving. And that American spirit that runs through my blood, that runs through your blood, that American patriotism and the American spirit is still here. It's not going anywhere. Not until our last breath that we breathe. Man, I would give my life for this country. I love this country with all my heart, no matter what its ups and downs are. And I hope that you feel the same way. I have a really good feeling that you do. I know Sean does. So thank you so much for watching. You guys are rad. First Corinthians chapter 16, verses 13 through 14 says this: be on your guard, stand still in the faith, be courageous, be strong, do everything in love. A truck driver is supposed to be trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. And on my honor, I will do my best, Sean, to do my duty to God and my country, and to obey the truck law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. So I'm so glad you came. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your hard work with tapping the screen, sharing the live, coming up and talking, the courage that you guys have. I respect you, and it's an honor for me to be here with you guys. Keep up the good work. Keep the shiny side up and the dirty side down. Follow and subscribe for more. Remember, we are on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, Truth Social, Trucking the USA Today on Facebook is really good if you want to find the corruption and you want some really cool toll facts, which we're going to get to after autonomous. We the Truckers is a great website for truck drivers to find great advocates that love their country, love their industry. WeTheTruckers.com. If you have a minute, go check it out if you align with that kind of thing, because we can't tell people what to do on TikTok, right? Or any other social media platforms. We are live on 4 social media platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and X, Tuesday mornings, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we are on lives on Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on all 4 social media platforms. We dialed it back from 6 p.m. Now it's 5 p.m. because it was getting too late for people on the East Coast. We are always willing to change the times for you, the person watching. So thank you so much for being here, being a part of our team and other teams. Remember, always go follow each other. It's not about just one group. It's about the many, right? Be the people. So thanks so much for watching. Keep the shiny side up and the dirty side down. We'll see you guys on the next live. See you later.